Welcome back to day 4 of the first ever Southwest Can-Am Maverick Trail meet in Marysvale, Utah, here on the Paiute Trail. Now, day 4 was a little bit different. I did not have a ride planned for day 4 because of the fires in the area. The Tushers were pretty much scrubbed from my plans. So we ended up with 3 rides over in the Monroes. So day 4 was kind of a free day. Like I said, I didn't really have anything planned, and it was a day that people could do whatever they want. They could go exploring on their own. A lot of people left today, because they had a long ride home. So again, it was a free day. A lot of people took the opportunity to head south to see some of Utah's parks and just, have their own day, which worked out well. So the original plan for the day 1 ride was to head east out of Marysville on the 02 and catch the 74 and take it all the way up to top. That's a really cool canyon. That's a fun trail that we do all the time. It's a neat trail. I wanted everybody to see it. Hit the 01 for just a minute and go down Trail 13 to Fremont Indian State Park, and then up the 01, and then up the 50-inch section of the Max Reed Trail, a little bit of the 01 again, and then take the 02 back into Marysville. That was the original plan for my day 1 ride, but that got scrubbed because, the Max Reed Trail was closed, the 01 was closed. Everything was closed due to the fire. But about a week or 2 before we headed up here, they did open both the Max Reed Trail and Trail 13. So it was possible to do the Max Trail, but not, from the 01 or the 02 side. And the Max Reed Trail has always been on my list of trails that you really need to do if you come to the Paiute. So I'd put this little ride together for those that were interested as kind of a leftover table scraps kind of ride. We're going to have to go the long way, and it's been a long time since we've been this way. So I couldn't really remember what it looked like. I was like, look, it's going to be a long kind of slog to get there. But the plan was to, head out on the 02 east out of Marysville, and we would catch this Trail 22 and take it north all the way, a little bit of Trail 10, and then we catch the 76 over to Fremont Indian State Park. And we sat there, had lunch for a while, and we go up the Max Reed, up the 50-inch section of the Max Reed, and did back down Trail 13, and then basically back home the way we came. Like I said, it was going to be a long slog there and back, but I think it's going to be worth it for those that are interested. And so that's the plan for today, is we're heading up the Max Reed. Suzanne is riding with Birgit today in her machine, so she's filming from Birgit's machine. I'm leading the ride up front. I got the dog with me. TJ's tail gunning this ride today. And I hope you enjoy this. This actually turned out better than I had hoped. It was fun. It was a good day. Everybody, I think, enjoyed this day. Like I said, we're a little late in the season for the colors, but the Max Reed is still just spectacular and wonderful, and everybody had a great time. And here we go. And once you hit this trail 10, you're back on some asphalt. And we're on asphalt for a little while. You know, we have to cross Highway 89 and then catch Trail 76 going over to Fremont. All pavement for a little while. When we get to Fremont, we're all going to stop and have lunch. And I told everybody, you know, take an hour. If you want to go in the museum, check it out. If you want to go see the petroglyphs, is that what they're called? The pictures on the rock? Whatever. If you want to go exploring, you know, give them an hour. We're in no hurry. Yeah, and eat your lunch. Then we're back off the pavement for a bit, and we're going to head up the Max Reed Trail.
Is that the potty break he was talking about?
Yeah, this is actually lunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 76, when you first get onto the Max Reed, there's a nice big trailhead down here. This lower section is pretty much no width restrictions at all. It can be a fun section of road. It can be kind of fast and it's flowy. There's one steep climb that's not very long, but it does kind of sneak up on you. You come out of a corner and there it is, and hopefully you're already in four-wheel drive because you got to just gun it. But this section is, like I said, is fast and it's flowy and it's fun, but you do have to watch for traffic coming the other way, and because there's no width restrictions, you can find yourself coming face to face to a pretty big machine. So it's fun, but you need to kind of keep to the right and watch around the blind corners and just go fast and have fun when you safely can. It's pretty awesome. But then you come up to the 50-inch gate, to the lower end of the 50-inch section of the Max Reed. This is where the fun really starts. If you're in the Paiute area on the Paiute Trail, the Max Reed really is a must-do trail. It's probably one of the most famous and certainly one of the most popular. So there is a chance of coming into traffic coming the other way. It doesn't happen very often. We always try to go up the Max Reed. We have this rule of up trails and down roads. That's just us. It does happen when you come across some oncoming traffic, but hopefully you find a way to get off the side, let everybody go by. Sometimes it's difficult, but it happens and you deal with it. Yeah, the 50-inch section of the Max Reed never disappoints. from here, the 01 is closed. Cannot go any further south on the 01, and really the first time we got to take a look at the kind of the devastation from the fires. It was pretty bad. We're gonna make a little right-hand turn onto Trail 13 and head back home. Well, it's all said and done. The trailer park is empty. Everyone has gone home. We decided we wanted to stay an extra night just so that we could see everyone off on Sunday rather than trying to pack up and load and say goodbye to everybody. Just it kind of gets hectic, and we thought, well, we want a day just to relax. But it's a day to reflect. I have some really mixed emotions. We had just an overwhelming turnout. I mean in a good way and a bad way. We had way more people than we had planned, but we had way more people than we had planned. And my gosh, three large groups. I think we had 34 in the end, probably 34 machines total in three groups, three what I would consider large groups. We don't usually run the groups that big, but everybody did the drops. Everybody, it went really well. All of you guys that came helped pull this off. You did a great job. You followed the trails. You followed the turns. It was smooth as glass. It really did. But it's like I'm trying to sort my feelings out because I'm so relieved that this is over with. I cannot even tell you. This weight has been lifted. But at the same time, it's like this has been on my mind for over a year now. It's kind of consumed me. I keep trying to push it away. Don't think about it. But it's always there. I'm just grateful that it went as well as it did. Even with the two shows all burned up, we still managed to pull off four. We ended up doing 4 pretty dang good rides. You know, originally we called this the first annual Southwest, and I changed it. It's the first ever. We may do a second ever, but it won't be next year because I want that mountain to recover. And we'll come back in a few years, maybe do this again with this group. And I still got a few tricks up my sleeve. Still, everything over in the Tushers left to show. So there's still a lot that people didn't see. So I hope to do this again in a few years. Yeah, again, to those that came, thank you. Thanks to Dan and Ron for leading the other two groups. Matt and Rick and TJ for being the tail grinders for the groups. You guys take on a little bit of stress on your vacation just to make sure that everyone else has a good time on theirs, and I cannot overstate how important those positions are, and we just really appreciate you guys stepping up and doing that for us. Really appreciate it. And thanks to South 40 RV Park, they were kind of an unknowing partner in this. We just kind of all started reserving spots for this weird week in October, and somebody kind of spilled the beans of kind of what we're doing, and they've just been super supportive. And this is really a great park. It's run by some just friendly, helpful, dedicated people that work here. This really is a great park, and it's huge. The spots are huge. I mean, yeah, just thank you to South 40 RV Park for unknowingly hosting our group here. Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the trail.